Hello, everybody. Welcome to Turn to Page 5. We're really getting there, huh? We're big boys now. 5 whole books, 5 whole give yourself goosebumps books. Reader beware, you choose the scare.
We're in
With
half
Rhapsody?
double digits already, baby.
Oh my goodness, we're in half double digits.
Also known as digit.
Yeah, we're in single digit. We are we're like what, a third teens? We're getting there, something like that.
A 13s?
A third of a teen, 1/3 teen.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Logical thing that people would say. That's why
the classic measurement, of course.
Yes, the classic measurement. Oh my goodness, Night in Werewolf Woods. This, I think, takes the cake as the most.
It's
normal.
certainly the most something.
It seems the most normal scary book to me, which I'm ready to be proven wrong because this is Goosebumps. We are probably gonna meet Tarzan again. We're probably gonna become millionaires, selling bug ice cream as a bats. We're gonna meet Tarzan. I personally cannot wait to see the Beware page that will tell me exactly how strange this might get.
Well, you don't have to wait any longer because it's vacation time. Your family is going to Woods World Cabins. All the kids say terrifying creatures roam the woods there at night. Werewolves, trolls, and hideous monsters. But you're not scared until your mum makes nerdy Todd Morris come along, and until Todd insists the two of you must break into the dark woods on the night of the full moon to find his stolen treasure. Can you survive until sunrise? Alive? No, but I can survive until sunrise dead. I don't think that qualifies.
Yeah, it seems false,
Can you survive until dawn? I mean, you were right? Night in Werewolf Woods does feel very much like a straight horror story. And usually, for the fun kind of atmosphere, there are subversions here. So is it just going to turn out that it's a bunch of people just wearing thick coats or something like that? Just having a party out on the night of the full moon?
It could be. We did also get half of our head cut off by a swinging axe at one point. So honestly, it could go anywhere. But you also really made me realize that Until Dawn is give yourself goosebumps for grown-ups.
Yeah, absolutely.
Grown-ish-ups. I love Until Dawn for someone who cannot stand horror.
It's honestly the series I really, really, really enjoyed. In spite of myself, that is not usually a genre that I would enjoy, but I always really enjoy the releases from that series. However, I would like a version of it where it's not all part of the same contiguous world. So if you did take a different path, like in the Goosebumps books, the world just merged around that and had a unique version rather than, you failed to hit the quick time and therefore this person died. It's all the same universe in Until Dawn.
That is true. You don't have things like this book series where villain is a villain in this storyline, but actually they're secretly nice and dear friend in the next one. Or being literally in two completely different places. That's the wonderful thing about books and imagination is we're going to read them. We're going to read your imagination.
Would you like to get over as we turn to page 1?
Page 1.
Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
We interrupt your perfect summer vacation at Deep Woods Lake to bring you the special nerd news. This is not even in quotations. This is facts. This is the special nerd news. Your parents have invited their best friends, Mr. and Mrs. Morris, and their super nerd son, Todd, to share the cabin with your family this year. You can't believe it. Your worst nerdmare has just come true.
This can't be happening to me.
You say aloud as your family's minivan pulls up to Woods World. You've already spotted the Morris's car. It's parked beneath a string of colored lanterns hanging over the entrance to Woods World. Woods World, what a poor name. It's just like, could it roll off the tongue less?
Woods
Woods
World.
World. Woods World is the cabin community that your family has vacationed at every summer since you were a baby. Then you spot Todd. He's a gawky, stringy-haired boy who wears thick, black-rimmed glasses.
Hey, what do you say?
Todd calls to you, his big hand whirly birds out of the car window in a nerdy wave.
Be nice.
Your mom cautions,
Yeah, maybe Todd is different now.
says your dad.
Oh, he's different, all right. From everyone else on this whole planet.
Oh, got him, nerd.
Damn, Todd is such a nerdy name as well. Todd's in the chat, you nerds.
Todd. It's me, Todd. Sorry, Todd.
Todd is just a name that's meant to be said in an introduction in a nasal voice.
Hi, I'm Todd.
Except for you, Todd, listening. You're my favorite, Todd.
Of course. Sorry,
of
you
course.
are the
Top
Giga
Todd.
Chat Todd.
World's top Todd.
Here's our top 10.
Todd 10, top 10, number 1. Todd. Top 10, Todd 10, number 2. Todd.
You need to
Anyway.
extend that to 10 minutes, otherwise it's never going to make it.
Your minivan and the Morris's car both roll up to the gravel drive next to Evergreen Cabin. You gaze around. Nothing has changed since last summer. The woods behind your cabin are still dark and deep. The sparkling blue lake in the front of the cabin is still as smooth as glass. A narrow sandy beach stretches into an easy curve around the shoreline of the lake. The sun is almost set, leaving behind a fiery pink-orange glow in the sky. There's enough daylight left for you to notice a note taped to the screen of your door cabin.
Cool!
You cry. You jump out of the car.
That must be a note from my friends.
You tell your parents. You sprint across the lawn and up the porch steps. You pull the note off the cabin door. To read what it says, turn to page 3. You unfold the note. You read it out loud.
Kids only campfire tonight. 8 p.m. at the beach. Wonderful.
Your mom cries. Your mom cries. Your mom just starts crying.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. She really wanted to be at the campfire, but it's a kids only campfire.
Oh, yeah. She's being excluded.
That-
I saw.
That or it's a campfire of kids and she's sad that, she's going to lose her child. One of the two. Your mom breaks down crying as she hurries up behind you.
It's only 7 o'clock now. You can help unload the car and then go. There will be perfect opportunity for the other Woods World kids to meet Todd. And a perfect opportunity for them to think I'm a nerd too because of him.
You mutter, but no one hears you. Your parents and Mr. and Mrs. Morris have gone inside the cabin. You watch Todd, unload his stuff from the car. As he pulls out a red tin box, 3 very large, red-haired boys bike up to your driveway. They're the Murphy brothers, Jess, Buck, and Sharky.
Welcome to Wood World, nerdo!
The oldest brother, Sharky, taunts Todd. Sharky's 15. He looks as if he's been lifting weights since he was 2 years old. Last summer, a kid told you that Sharky got his nickname because...
Getting into a fight with Sharky is like trying to survive a shark attack. I brought us a present. I see you brought us a present.
Sharky says to Todd. He grabs the tin box and tosses it to his youngest brother, Jess.
Hey, that's my pewter figure collection. Bring that box back.
Tears form in his eyes as Murphy brothers pedal away, taking the box with them. Go to page 12. You try and pretend that you don't see Todd crying. But this kid is not a quiet sniffler. He's a loud sobber. Todd cries. Tears spurt out of his eyes like a water main break in the middle of Main Street.
All right. I'll go to the campfire and
say.
get your precious pewter collection back.
I'm coming too.
Todd says. He wipes his nose on his sleeve. gross, but actually. You glance over at the porch. The parents are so busy talking, they don't notice that Todd's tears are flooding the place. This is Goosebumps, so this might be canon. I don't know. You notice, though, now you have to decide if you're going to bring Todd to the campfire or leave him to cry at the cabin.
He'll extinguish the campfire. We can't bring him.
Oh, yeah, no, sir. No s'mores. No s'mores, no fun. No party, no kids-only campfire.
No shirt, no shoes, no Todd.
No Todd, no bad time. Hey, why not? If you decide to ditch Todd, go to the campfire alone. Turn to page 9. If you decide to drag Todd with you to the campfire, go to page 6. Hey,
all
6
right.
or
Now,
9.
I'm putting myself in the head of this main character, and I'm thinking,
Sure.
okay, I've already been cast with the nerd aspersions, as I have been seen hanging with this super nerd Todd. However, now the best strategy for me is to hang as close to Todd as possible, such that Todd lightning rods all of the nerd comments, and then I, by comparison, will look good and cool and fun and hip and being nice and handsome.
I would really like to be cool and hip and fun and nice and cool and being handsome, so I'm with it.
Let's do it. Just drag him to the campfire on page 6.
Drag him into the campfire on page 6. You can't help feeling sorry for Todd. You decide to take him to the campfire.
Maybe if those Murphy boys see you crying, they'll feel sorry for you too.
You tell Todd.
They're the meanest boys I've ever met.
Todd wails. He takes a package of tissues out of his shorts pocket and blows his nose. Quietly. Loud.
Really, Todd? You'll scare them more with that honking more than they could ever scare you.
I just want my pewter collection back. It's my most precious possession.
As soon as Todd says this, the faucets open up again. He can't stop crying.
I can't go to the campfire. My sinuses are all clogged now. You'll have to face them alone, I guess.
Alone?
You repeat, cheering up immediately.
I mean, without you, Todd?
I'm sorry. I just don't feel like going to a party tonight.
If you insist.
You say happily. Go to page 9. You leave Todd to cry alone at the cabin.
You stay here and unpack your tears.
You say to Todd.
I'll go to the campfire and get the box back for you.
You hurry out the cabin door. You head for the usual campfire spot at the south end of the beach. A giant fire is already blazing when you arrive. You see your friend, Lauren Woods. Her parents own Woods World. Well, hey, there you go. She and the regular crowd of Woods World kids are sitting around the fire listening to Sharky Murphy tell a creepy story.
1 second. This place is called Woods World, not because it is a forest, but because the people who own the cabins are called the Woods?
I know.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Remember the legend of the werewolves.
My last name is Doctor, actually. I'm not a doctor. Sharky says mysteriously.
At first, you may think you're talking to a friend. Then, when the full moon comes out from behind a cloud, you'll see hair begin to grow on your friend's face. Fangs take the place of teeth. A voice that was once human turns to a beastly howl.
Sharky pauses and lowers his voice to a whisper.
Look, the full moon is out tonight. This is a perfect night for the werewolves of Woods World to appear. No one's safe here. Not now, not ever.
Not even the Discord noise gate. We wrecked it, boys. Let's go. It's going so well. Go to page 28. Also, Werewolves of Woods World is, I'm pretty sure, an intentional tongue twister.
Yeah, I think it's a how much
in the morning.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? How much woods would a wood world wood?
Woods world would if a werewolf would world would.
There we go.
How much wear would a werewolf wear? How much hair would a werewolf wear if a Woods World would? I don't know.
3.
3 hair. 3 hair. Sharky laughs an evil laugh as he finishes his story. The kids sitting around the campfire study each other's faces. searching for hair or maybe fangs. As clouds cover the full moon, the campfire party breaks up. Everyone says good night. Lauren Woods laughs as she calls to you.
Not. Don't let the werewolves bite.
Did you ever see a werewolf, Sharky?
One of the younger kids asks before he leaves.
My brothers and I saw plenty of werewolf tracks in the woods where we came to this, just before we came to this campfire, actually. Isn't that right, Jess?
Yeah.
The youngest Murphy brother says.
We saw the wolf tracks where we were burying that nerdy kid's box.
So you think to yourself, they buried Todd's box, Tox's bods. Todd's box. But where? Tox. You promised to get to the box to get it back for Todd, but should you go out alone when the moon is full? If you decide to look for the box tonight, page 13. If you decide to go back in the cabin, page 71.
I mean, we're already close to the objective.
We are already close to the objective, and now, unfortunately, book number 4 has thrown a wrench in the whole system. It used to be if you pick the baby option, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Now, baby option can be safe. Like the whole world has been opened up to us as a result of the terrible experiments of Dr. Eek, or horrible, or something. Honestly, pretty cool experiments of Dr. Eek. He made that guy big.
Dude was large.
Yeah, he needed a tall sink.
I still love that as the mechanic by which they introduce it. It's like, oh, we custom made this bathroom for all the monstrosities we've been creating here that you stumbled into.
Pretty much.
Should we go tonight or to the cabin?
Let's go look for the box.
Let's go look for the box tonight on page 13.
I'm no baby. A promise is a promise. You promised Todd you would get his box back tonight. You decide you have to go into the woods. Alone. It's no big deal, you think to yourself. I've been coming to Woods World forever. I've never seen werewolves here before. You follow the Murphys up a gravel path to the woods. You hope they'll lead you to the box. The only problem is the Murphys are nowhere in sight. They've sprinted up the path into the darkness. You peer ahead and see nothing. The full moon is behind a cloud. Total darkness surrounds you like a thick blanket. The woods are silent tonight. Even the raccoons and other night creatures, like Raccoon 2, seem to have gone to bed already. Nothing is out here.
Nothing except me.
You say softly to yourself. You whirl around. What made that horrible noise? You glance to your right, then to your left. Nothing. Continue along the path. The gravel crunches under your sneakers. And then you see it. A light flickering up ahead. 106. A candle burns in a jar next to a large boulder on the side of the path. As you hurry closer, a breeze makes the flame flicker. There's a note taped to a large rock. You bend down and grab the note. Did someone leave this for you? You draw the candle close, squinting into the darkness to read the writing. Wax drips, then hardens on the side of the jar as you read the note aloud.
The wolves of Woods World, they love to see red. So the box that was Todd's is now their box instead. The werewolves of Woods World disappear at dawn, so you must find the box before this night is gone.
Werewolves? This must be a joke, you tell yourself. But you can't help gazing into the darkness, searching. You hold your breath and listen. Then you hear the crackling of twigs. Footsteps. You're not alone after all. Someone, or something, or someone, is out here with you. Go to page 133. Quickly, you duck down behind an old tree stump. You listen for footsteps again. They're closer now. But in the darkness, you can't tell exactly where they're coming from. Your heart pounds like a jackhammer. Footsteps. Closer. Closer. Closer.
Ah!
You scream. A hand is on your shoulder. You're afraid to look.
Hey, what do you say?
That's the Todd catchphrase. Hey, what do you say? Todd's voice breaks through your scream.
It's just me. I came out to find you. After all, it's my box, and I should help you find it.
I can't believe this guy. He just scared you out of your wits, and he's still stuck talking about that stupid box. You catch your breath and try and slow your heartbeat down to normal.
Get alive, Todd! You shouldn't sneak up on me like that!
I just want to help find the box. Look, I even brought a flashlight.
You're glad it's Todd and not a werewolf. In fact, you're glad for any company on a night like this.
Follow me.
Which way?
Go to page 75.
Interestingly, follow me. Which way, Todd asks. Go to page 75. Usually it would be
Yes.
like, take the left, forward, path, double back and do a horseshoe. No, just this way, we answer.
Do it.
This way.
Yep.
Towards the 2 red lights.
You lead the way through a wall of thorny bushes.
There should be a path
Bushes.
to the beach around up here somewhere.
Ouch!
Todd cries.
These
Meow.
stupid thorns are scratching me all up.
Better watch out you don't bleed too much. You don't want those werewolves to catch the scent of fresh blood.
Todd's knees tremble as the two of you push through the overgrown vines and shrubs.
Has anyone mentioned the werewolves to Todd before this?
I'm not sure.
Are you sure this is the path? It's so dark out here, I can't see a thing.
Or you can answer. You hear a... This time, the terrifying noise is very, very close.
Oh no!
Just knew exactly how that was going to sound.
There's no way it could
you
sound
I
different.
knew. There's no way that one could sound any different than that Todd whines. What was that sound? You try not to panic. For Todd's sake. You flip on the flashlight switch. Darkness still surrounds you. You hit the flashlight on your hand. Once, twice, still no light.
Stupid batteries.
You mumble. But even without light, you notice the ground under your feet changing from dry to slippery and very slimy. Where are you? Go to page 4.
We're in page 4.
We're on page 4. Page 4 is conveniently the name of a cave, because we're in a cave.
It's a
It's a
cave. In all the summers I've been coming to Woods World, I never knew there was a cave here. Let's check it out.
Then you hear a voice from somewhere deep in the cave. A voice calling your name. Whatever it is. We don't know. You. Goosebumps reader. You think the voice sounds like Sharky Murphy, but you can't be sure.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
You answer. You start to move forward into the deep black cave. Todd tugs you back.
Don't go in.
He warns. Again, the voice from inside calls your name. Oh, I was waiting for Foley on whatever our name is. You, to be fair, yeah, maybe that's the most logical. Because you feel pulled. Well, I mean, hey, we can just assume our name is you and they just have the punctuation wrong.
Mhm.
You feel pulled by the voice and pulled by Todd at the same time. What's it going to be? Go in or stay out? To answer the call of the cave, turn to page 81. If you feel safer listening to Todd and staying out of the cave, go to page 37. Huh.
I mean, I have a take, but do you?
I have no take.
So
I'd like
mine
to take
is
your take.
that the note said that we needed to find the werewolves to get the box back from them, that they have Todd's box. Todd is gonna,
Yes.
help us find that box. Todd is effectively saying,
No, don't go in there. My
Yeah.
goal and objective is that way.
it's like, dude, quest marker is inside the cave, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool to go in and die.
Let's answer the
If
call
that's-
of the cave.
If that's what it is, if that's what the call of the cave says, that's fine by me. 81.
Come on, Todd.
You say. You reach over and hold onto his arm.
We're going in the cave. We're not gonna let those Murphy brothers scare us, are we?
We aren't? I mean, no, we aren't.
A thin beam of moonlight shines into the mouth of the cave. You can see that the floor is pure slime. take one step forward, your feet fly up into the air. You land flat on your back and bring Todd down with you. Then you and Todd start sliding faster and faster.
Whoa!
Whoa, wow. Your two voices blend into one. You squeeze your eyes shut. You feel as if you are sliding down the world's steepest water slide. Down, down you go. Faster, faster. You and Todd zoom down a slime-slick tunnel into a total darkness. Just when you think your body can't take one more second of this wild ride, it ends with a grand slam bam. You smash into a wet cave wall. And we live?
Yep.
If
We
you
are
open
made.
your eyes now. Why is this different? Oh
Yeah.
my god.
This is the choice we get to make. Do we open our eyes now or keep them closed?
I kind of want to keep them closed.
Well, let's do it. Page 7. We
I-
cannot bear to look.
I-
We keep our eyes closed and try to turn.
I'm well aware that this will probably be. I just want to know. Okay.
Just memorize the page
You-
we came from, just in case. You know,
I opened it in a separate tab because I was
Excellent.
pretty confident it was going to be in a big fat L. You keep your eyes closed, your body relaxes. You start to feel so light, so calm, so you open your eyes wide. What happened? The bump against the cave wall must have really knocked you and Todd out. Whatever happened is a mystery to you both. You don't know how long you were lying in that pool of slime in the cave. You gaze around. You're out of the cave now and sitting propped up against a big tree. The light of the full moon is shining directly on you and Todd. Todd sits with his back to you. You look down and shriek. There are hairy, beclawed hands where your regular boy hands should be. Then Todd turns his face towards you with a fanged smile. You open your mouth to scream, but the only sound coming out of it's a sound you've heard before. You remember Sharky's words. This is a perfect night for the werewolves to come out of Woods World. Sharky was right. No one is safe here. Not now, not ever. The werewolves now have 2 new members of the pack, you and Todd. Break out the shaving cream. Things are looking pretty hairy now. The end. Is this a bad end? I like dogs.
I don't think so. Yeah, we get to be a cool dog morph boy.
I mean, like, we don't have to worry about being killed by werewolves.
We do have to hang out with Todd.
Oh, forever.
No,
SpongeBob.
I'm your new best friend.
I think it's like, it kind of sounds like SpongeBob doing. Wait, hold on. Let me rephrase
SpongeBob
that.
doing Squidward. Yeah.
Let me
Yep.
rephrase. SpongeBob doing an impression of Squidward.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like that too, I guess. If you open your eyes now, let's... I think we must open our eyes on page 85 now.
Yeah. You and Todd hit the cave wall with a giant thud. Both open your eyes at the same time and see the same eerie sight. Eyes, hundreds, no thousands of bright yellow eyes. Eyes on the ceiling, eyes on the wall, eyes on the floor.
Bats!
Todd exclaims. He sounds more amazed than scared.
They won't hurt us. I studied all about them for a science report.
I heard that they like Bug Crunch ice cream.
Did you
I
know
bought a
that bats
batch.
echolocate?
The books didn't for quite a while.
Yeah, you try and use your back sight in the one where we turn into a bat.
Pretty much. You're not so sure. Todd's right. 2 bats fly right by your face. Their yellow eyes whiz past you like shooting stars. The flapping of their webbed wings creates a breeze that sends chills down your spine. You whip your head around to move out of the bat's flight path. As you duck down, you feel bat wings brush across your face, their tiny claws catching your hair. They fly away, yanking out small clumps of your hair as they go.
Oof.
Why? Rude? The bats surround you. You turn to find Todd. It's hard to see through the thousands of flapping black wings. Where is he? Go to page 42.
Oh, never mind.
Todd's... Oh. Where's Todd? Where's Todd? Where's Todd? Todd is standing next to you. He is just as surrounded by the bats as you are. I don't know why that sentence gets me. He's right by you. He's also surrounded by the bats, obviously. But Todd is acting as if they're butterflies instead of bats. He's even reaching his hands out to them. Todd redemption arc. A sudden gust of wind blows through the cave. The bats beat their wings furiously, which creates an instant whirlpool. The force pulls Todd backwards. You can't believe your own eyes. Todd is being sucked into a tunnel filled with yellow bat eyes.
Todd!
You scream.
Bats! Bats! Everywhere bats!
Todd yells as you watch him being drawn deeper and deeper into the tunnel.
They're beautiful.
You knew this kid was weird, but now what are you supposed to do? Go down the tunnel of eyes after Todd, or turn back and run for help?
I don't like how Tunnel of Eyes is capitalized with a T and an E. Capital T Tunnel of capital E Eyes?
I think it's just like a carnival attraction, you know?
And those have been historically quite safe for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Come on down. Bring your, bring your partner of choice. Come on in to the Tunnel of Eyes. Is it romantic? Not quite, but it is cheaper. The eyes have it if you turn to page 47. When the going gets tough, the tough get going for help. Turn to page 19.
Who are we gonna go to for help? Sharky's just gonna laugh at us. Lauren Woods owns these woods. She's never gonna help us.
She's gonna hide it. She's gonna hide the corruption of Woods World Woods.
Oh my god. Yeah, she's
world.
gonna bury us. We're evidence.
Yeah. Yep. Hide the corruption of the Woods World Woods from the world. Woods, you like to go to page 47?
Let's go to page 47. The eyes have it.
You know you have to try and save Todd from the bats, even if he doesn't realize he needs saving. Even if it means you have to face millions of bat faces yourself. You step into the tunnel. You don't even try and fight the power of the tunnel's air currents. You let your body be sucked into the open mouth of the black hole. Immediately you hear the thwap of flapping wings. The sound is so close to your ears, it's deafening. You flap your own arms back at the bats.
Hey, you like this so much? Here you go.
Huh? Why do you like it? Kind of annoying, huh? A little bit inconvenient, huh? This clears the way in front of you. Now you can see the choices you must make. Oh, well, that's good. Now you can see the choices you must make. There are 2 more tunnels at the end of this tightly squeezing passageway. Above the sound of the bat wings, you hear the roaring and rushing waves of water. The sound is coming from the tunnel on the left. And the tunnel on the right comes a wicked howling that can only be one thing. Wolves. To tackle the capital T tunnel of capital W waves, or the capital T tunnel of capital W wolves. So I think...
I mean, we are seeking the wolves, but like, this could just be wolves that we run into, not werewolves. You know, not the respectable sort that'll have a conversation with you.
It's true. It's true.
But
man,
you know what?
They're
Waves never have a conversation with you.
That's true. They just wave and
just wave and go right on by. I think
they just wave to you and say,
"Oh, that's a good accent for
them."
Know.
Yeah, it's a good one. Keep it in mind, man. Welcome on down to Tunnel Town. We got tunnel eyes, tunnel love, tunnel wave, tunnel wolves. We got a ton of tunnels down in Tunnel Town.
Step right up to the tunnel of tunnels. So that's in the middle to a wave wolves and bats and eyes.
One thing's for sure, you'll have a tunnel fun. Note that does not mean a ton of fun. You will have tunnel fun.
That is legally distinct to a ton of fun.
Yeah, legally distinct. You cannot get your money back. You did have tunnel fun. Tunnel fun is just less fun than normal fun. I don't know. The main quest is down the wolf path, probably, huh? It's hard to say. We've been going head first towards wolves.
You're right. Maybe we zig instead of zagging. Maybe we take a dog leg on this one. Maybe we go to the tunnel of waves.
go to the Tunnel of Waves? I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm down. I think it's possible that
I'm down
like,
for either.
at one point you have to decide to go off of the straight and narrow that we're doing here.
Agreed. I'm ready to go. Page 51. You step into the Tunnel of Waves. A sudden flood of icy water forces you forward through the tight-fitting tunnel.
Todd!
You scream over the roar of the waves.
Todd, are you in here? Todd!
A disgusting smell of rotten eggs fills your nostrils.
Sulfur. Ugh.
You say to yourself. You remember the same horrible smell coming from the old mill pond at home. You try not to breathe it in as you scream out one more time.
Todd!
No answer. You gasp for fresh air somewhere, anywhere, and you struggle against the pounding pressure. A wall of waves pushes you from behind. It's no use. You stop fighting the waves. Instead, you stretch your arms out over your head and go with the flow. Water fills your ears, your eyes, your mouth. The enormous crashing waves carry your body through the tunnel. There's no end in sight. Float on to page 67.
This would also work perfectly if they didn't have float on to page 67. The enormous crashing waves carry your body through the tunnel. There's no end in sight. The end. Like, that would be a perfect Goosebumps ending right there.
Yeah.
That's how they write it. There's no possible the end or whatever.
There's no possible the end.
Let's float
It's
onwards.
true, but let's float onwards. We all float on. You're floating in a new tunnel now. You're sure of that. The feeling here is completely different. The tight grip of the waves in the Tunnel of Waves, capital T, capital W, has loosened. You are floating on the surface of a calm, smooth body of water. The closeness of the tunnel's walls has given way to open air. Your eyes see nothing but blackness as you bob slowly up and down in the water. The sulfur smell is gone, replaced now by odorless air.
I can breathe again! Breathe again!
You shout weirdly into the darkness.
I can breathe again!
Your own voice echoes back.
Hello!
You cry, testing the echo again.
Hello!
Your voice returns from the pitch black nothingness all around you. You're alone. The only sound is the sound of your own voice and the sound of your own breathing. But wait, what's that other sound right next to your ear? Strain your ears to hear better on page 23. You thought you were alone floating in the darkness, and you thought your own breathing was the only sound around. Yes.
I was told
In case you're joining us after the commercial break, you thought you were alone. You were floating in the darkness, and then you thought your own breathing was the only sound around. But now, right next to your ear, you hear other breathing. Right now, next to your ear, you hear other breathing. Air is being sucked in and blown out. Air in, air out.
My ear just does that sometimes.
Yeah. In case you're joining us in the commercial break of life, in case you forgot, breathing is when air is sucked in and blown out.
In case we have any newborn babies tuning in who've just come out, they're completely wet from the womb. Breathing is a process by which air is joined into the oxygen lungs and out of the lungs.
You strain your ears to listen better. You hold your own breath so you won't confuse it with this new sound. Yes, it's breathing. Slow even, steady even, deep even, breathing. Air in. Oh, air out. Air in. Air out. The rhythm is as regular as a sleeping giant's breathing. But in the darkness, you see nothing. Your eyes are no help to your ears now. All you can do is listen. Air in. Air out. Air in. Your breathing begins to join in rhythm. Air in, air out. Keep breathing. Go to page 113. Air in, air out. Air in, air out. With the next air in, your floating speeds up. You're no longer bobbing slowly up and down a calm body of water. Now you're being towed by some force you can't see.
Help!
You scream.
Help! Help! Help!
Your own voice echoes.
It's no use. It's no use.
You cry.
It's no use.
The echo agrees with you. In one final pull of the Air Force, you are sucked into another tunnel. a long, narrow tunnel. You zoom through the tunnel, and land in a dark pit. There's so many repeated words. It's sending me into a loop.
It's echoing in there as well.
I know.
No.
That might even be on purpose. But this time there is no echo. There's only a loud. That's impressive, and I hate it. The Deep Woods Lake monster has just swallowed you whole. Sad to say, you're all washed up. For you, the story has come to an end. Blues. So, it was not the Tunnel of Waves.
It was difficult. I can do that on command, but it was difficult because I couldn't do the echoes while I was also breathing in the appropriate amount of oxygen to do that.
I mean,
I'm so glad it worked.
That was a very high skill cat page, but you really did it. Rank up. That was your placement match. Congrats.
I apologize to everyone wearing headphones or listening, but this is Foley, baby.
Apologies to ear users out there. That one's always my favorite. All right, let's go to the Tunnel of Wolves on page 130.
130 sounds good to me.
You have entered the Tunnel of Wolves. Of the Wolves. Now you hear a bone-chilling... Again. 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 Another.
This one's supersonic. This one's above the human hearing range. Dogs are going crazy in the nearby area, though.
Absolutely. Whoa, what do you mean dogs hear different frequencies than us? I didn't know that. Book 4. Only this time, it is not exactly bone chilling. It sounds more like chalk screeching on a blackboard. Ooh.
I don't think that's a werewolf howl.
You say aloud. Then you see a very surprising sight. It's Todd. He looks awful at the end. His hair is covered in slime dropped by the slugs on the cave ceiling. Oh. Okay. His geeky face is completely white, and his mouth is wide open in a howling O shape.
Look, I don't like Todd as much as the book doesn't like Todd, but the book is taking every opportunity to dunk on this guy. He's completely covered in slime. His mouth is open and wide, and his geeky face is completely white. And I remember he's a geek. Don't worry. His name's Todd, and he sounds like...
Yeah.
It's not his line next. Damn. Todd!
Yeah. And this, this Saturday, we're going to put his geeky coffin beneath the ground.
Come to the nerdiest funeral.
Your pale white skin made even more pale through death.
The service ends at 4:30, so you can still get your lunchtime roast.
Todd, you shout, startling him out of his howling.
Are you totally nuts or what? What are you doing?
I'm making the werewolves think I'm one of them.
Todd answers in a terrified and shaky voice, which sounds a lot like his normal voice, understandably.
I saw Todd answers and I was like, yep, that's enough.
I heard you running. I didn't know what to do, so I started howling.
I don't believe it. Todd, you're...
To be fair, I meant it. I think he just is perpetually... When you get to that level of capital N nerdiness, I think you're always terrified and shaking. I think it comes with the territory.
Yeah, I think someone asks
Everywhere
you, like, what happened in this episode of Farscape? And if you answer correctly, they diagnose you with an anxiety disorder.
Yeah. Or when you go up to, hello, I'd like to order, can I get the number 2 cheeseburger? And what would you like for a side? Oh, I don't know.
What's good
like?
here?
What do you recommend? I don't know. Do we sell fries or salad? I don't know. Whatever's fine.
No,
you both.
Actually, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna try again. At a different store in a different town after I move.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, could you tell me what the options are again? I need to write that down next time. Thank you. Too real. Then you hear the werewolves too. They're running, but which way? Toward you or away from you? Go to page 68. 68.
The werewolves start howling.
You grab Todd's shoulders and give him a good shake.
Snap out of it, Todd!
You order him.
It's either howl or run, and we don't know which way the werewolves are heading.
There's one more choice, Todd.
You reply. You point to a stream of light at the end of yet another tunnel. Looks as if it might be the way out.
There.
You say.
Oh, yeah, sure. I already saw that tunnel. I also saw that giant hole in the floor between us and the way out. Just listen to this.
Todd drops a sick beat, drops a loose stone into the hole. Then the two of you wait to hear it hit the bottom for the beat to drop. But the beat never drops. Goosebumps. Scary.
A
It never does.
bottomless pit.
Todd announces. This time, the howling isn't coming from Todd. He's too busy talking about the pit.
It's the werewolves. Start howling.
No, jump!
You shout. If you howl to save yourself, page 33. If you jump across the bottomless pit, leap up to page 11 plus 1. 111. It's relevant to you guys, but hey. Everybody flip to page 111 together right now.
Uh-huh. Turn to the page at the same time. Do you have a take here? To howl to save ourselves or jump across the bottomless pit?
They are both high risk.
Yes.
No, they're just either one could very easily be the murder.
Yeah, if I was presented with this choice in a Walking Dead game, I would expect that I'm choosing which character dies, effectively. I would be like, both people? This is me choosing between Carly and the guy that I didn't remember the name of because I chose Carly.
I kind of, you know what? I want to give, I would like to give Todd the chance to be our savior and howl.
I like it. Let's do it.
I would like Todd, because Todd, here's the thing. If Todd is able to save us here, he's redeemed. If not, he's a useless nerd, and I don't like him.
You know what?
In fact, I've never liked him.
I did think the book was being too cruel to him up until this point, but I do like that we're giving him an opportunity for self-redemption, but I'm more than fine to completely pitch him directly to hell if he happens to fail that task.
If this happens to be an ending page where we do lose because of Todd, he's dead to me. He's dead to us. He's dead to everyone. We're going to be burying him in his nerdy little coffin beneath the nerdy little ground, 6 nerdy feet under. At 6 nerdy. Right, page 33. The werewolves are too close. You have to start howling. It's your only hope. You and Todd takes turns howling to keep the werewolves at bay. You have been standing here howling for hours. So far, it's working. Wait, you've been howling for hours. So far, it's working. There's not a werewolf in sight. Good job. Keep on howling until the end. The end. Oh.
We just keep howling? That's our ending? We did it?
Howl until you die or they see your bum bum. One of the two.
This ending doesn't show us any werewolves. We just have to take Todd and Sharky's word for it that werewolves exist, and I guess the note. So, in my mind, everyone in the camp split up. They all got scared that there were werewolves around, and they all decided individually to start howling to scare off the other werewolves, and they hear one another howling and howl in response, and it's just a bunch of kids, no werewolves, standing separate in the forest, howling all night.
I think that is the logical ending in the event that we didn't ruin the canon by becoming werewolves. And I'm sure that the
Oh.
canon tracks throughout the book. To be fair, I think you've got the ending that seems the most legit. I like that one, and it's my canon now. I like it. That's mine now. That's my
Unfortunately,
ending now.
this
I like
has been a negative end, and as a result, also a negative end for Todd. Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
You are a dumpster nerd trash for life.
Bye, Todd. I'll bury you with your box.
So 68 will get us back to the choice to jump across
Yeah.
the bottomless pit on 111.
Jump the pit. Do a sick flip. Jump across the pit. Page 111. 111.
We have to kickflip across the pit.
You insist.
It may be the only way out of this place.
I can't do it. I can barely ollie. You'll have to go first.
As soon as you hear the howling again, all your nervousness disappears.
Come on, Todd. The werewolves are getting closer.
Without another word, you back up a few steps. You take a couple kicks off the ground. It's so dark you can't be sure if you're going to make it across the pit or not. All you know is you hit the ramp and you're flying through the air.
Ooh, nice.
In a few seconds, your wheels clank on the solid ground. Dirt crumbles beneath the wheels. You're half on, half off the edge of the pit doing a sick wheelie, but with a skateboard. I haven't played Tony Hawk in a while.
Whoa, watch me grind.
You cry, swaying back and forth over the open pit.
Don't leave me.
Todd screams.
I'm trying my best not to.
You snap. You fall forward onto the ground in front of you.
Whew, that was close.
You can't finish the sentence because what you see standing behind Todd is making your mouth drop wide open. Go to page 41.
Werewolves! There are werewolves behind you!
You managed to finally scream?
Jump, Todd, jump!
You fumble with your words and then with the faulty flashlight. This time it goes on. You point the flickering beam past Todd's slug-slimed head.
You know
aim
what?
for
An
the eyes of the
upgrade from
snarling
Geeky.
beast. Yeah, it's not sure. Yes, it's working.
The light is hypnotizing them. Hurry, jump across.
No.
Todd cries as he glances back and finds himself eyeball to eyeball with the werewolves.
Jump! Jump!
You yell. As the werewolves reach out for him, Todd jumps. You lean over the edge of the gaping pit and grab for Todd's outstretched hand. You stretch your own arms as far as you can and...
Come on, Rita, tell us.
If you catch Todd, turn to page 80. If you don't catch Todd, plunge to 61.
We just get to choose if we catch him or not. But lest we forget
say.
our most recent
said.
proclamation, R.E. Todd, page 61, we don't catch him.
Oh,
Die,
yeah,
nerd.
we literally just have to go to page 61. Oops, you missed.
Sorry, Todd. Butterfingers.
You call down to the bottomless pit committing the murders. You lean over and watch Todd get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
You
hear
let go of
voice
Todd's hand.
calling-
You say, long live the king.
Long live the king. No. You hear Todd's voice calling your name as he falls down. Down, 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 down. But you don't feel too bad. After all, it's a bottomless pit. So you know Todd will never reach the end.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Never.
Good ending.
Good ending. We finally did it. We got rid of Todd. We don't have to get the pewter figurines for Todd if there's no Todd to get them for, you know?
It's true. I mean, hey. Better to have Todd and lost than never to Todd at all.
Better
So-
to have loved and Todd'd. What page is preceding this? 111?
Are you trying to find the one where we catch Todd? I don't think that one exists.
Unfortunately,
I think that was
we might
I
have to
actually
read
think
page
that was
80
maybe-
regardless.
Yeah. alternate reality. If we want a bad ending, I guess we can. Usually we don't go back for bad endings, but I guess we can go to page 80.
It immediately starts on the worst possible.
You caught me.
Todd exclaims, grabbing your hand.
We caught each other.
You sputter. Your hands grasp Todd's hands over the center of the hole.
Oh, wait. Oh no, we're
What?
falling. It seems like it's being performed sarcastically by the character.
I can't look.
Todd shrieks.
Oh, brother.
Okay, so we grabbed him, but then we fell down with him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. It's strange. Okay.
Over the center of the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we are falling. We're very casual
Yeah.
for falling, but
You caught me. We caught each other. It just sounds like a, like a rom-com.
I'm falling for you. You're falling for me. We're both falling forever.
We're both falling to our death where we will never surely meet our end. Yeah, okay. I can't look, says Todd shrieks.
Oh, brother.
You think? As you feel your arms and legs become all tangled up with Todd's.
Just my luck. Of all the people in the world I could canoodle and fall down a bottomless pit with, it has to be Todd Morris.
Down, down, down you fall, spinning and tumbling head over heels, heels over head over heels in love, heels over head with no end in sight. Todd sticks to you like syrup to pancakes, which is honestly like...
It's a very
kind of
romantic
sticky.
metaphor.
Yeah, yeah.
Like syrup to
It's
pancakes?
like-
Oh, yeah.
Like,
If he sticks to
but
us
it also
to
like kind of-
syrup like pancakes, like to me that evokes we are porous and he has been absorbed.
I'm gonna absorb all of you, Todd. And now that you think of it, he's probably gonna. Okay. Okay. And now that you think of it, he's probably gonna get all that syrupy slug juice all over you too. You're not sure which is worse, having Todd glued to you or being slimed. You have plenty of time to think about it, since you'll be free falling for quite a while. Fall on over to page 38. This falling thing is starting to get boring. With this snow bottom of the pit and all, there's nothing to really look forward to. So since there's nothing to see down below, you and Todd gaze up instead. You're immediately hit in the eye with some drops of liquid.
Yikes.
Todd screams.
There's a whole pack of werewolves up there.
How are we making like assertions about the
Yeah.
environment while we're falling?
The Goosebumps children have godly eyesight. They're omnipotent, that are all-knowing, and yet they still die lots. Todd's right. At the rim of the pit, 20 or more hungry werewolves are leaning into the hole, probably 2,000 feet up.
Uh-huh.
Those drops hit you in the eye. The drops that hit you in the eye were drops of drool, dripping from the fangs of the hairy beasts. Gross. The werewolves want food, and you and Todd are it. You can feel their fire-red eyes staring right at you. That's such a good sentence. The werewolves want food, and you and Todd are it. That is such a Goosebumps sentence.
Yep.
A hot glob of drool hits the tip of Todd's ear and dribbles down the side of his neck.
Oh, disgusting.
He moans. He pulls his hand away from your arm to wipe off the steaming drool. Uh-oh. Todd is falling away from you. You're both on your own now. Go to page 102. 102.
So far, we had a bad ending that
Yes.
was just better than this. With Todd
Absolutely.
falling and us not.
Absolutely.
All right, well, let's see how we redeem ourselves here. Ah!
You hear from the darkness below you. It's Todd, and he sounds far away. You've lost him now for sure.
Our terminal velocity is completely different.
He's got term and nerd velocity. You've lost him now for sure. Too bad, you think, sadly. I was just starting to get used to having him around.
Goodbye, Todd.
You call as loudly as you can.
I'm sorry I said you were a nerd. I really do like you, honest.
With tears in your eyes, you call out one last.
Bye, Todd. Get dumpstered, nerd. I'll miss you. I really will.
You really miss me?
A happy voice calls out unexpectedly, right next to your ear.
Wow, that's swell.
What the hell? How did... hey, maybe the next page. 93.
Todd
What
teleported
the
behind
hell?
us. Nothing personnel.
All right. 93.
Todd!
You exclaim when you hear his voice is right next to you.
What's happening? How did I catch up to you so fast?
You didn't. We caught up to you.
Before Todd can say more, you realize that you're no longer falling. You and Todd are both sitting on the back of some giant winged thing.
What the?
You start to ask?
It's a pterodactyl. I have a big book of dinosaurs, and I've learned about pterodactyls since before I was 5 years old. Probably it was preserved in this pit since the Paleolithic era.
Oh my god, it's a pterodactyl, man.
It's not technically, actually, a dinosaur.
It's huge. Prehistoric flying reptile is moving its head. First up, then down. Seems to be asking you to choose which way you want to go, up or down. Fly to the werewolves, soar up to 116, or down to the unknown on 188. I mean, I feel like pterodactyl beats werewolves.
Yeah. Very much so. I kind of want to go up and show off our cool new pterodactyl to all of these werewolves, but at the same time, the other is the option of the complete unknown. Let's go to the werewolves actually. Hang on, it's been a while since we chose werewolves again.
But now I'm curious mystery box style.
Oh.
Like,
I'll leave it up to
we
you.
have a
I'm happy either way.
Mystery box.
Mystery
Gamba.
box. We go down to the
88.
unknown, zoom to page 88.
It could be anything. It could even be
Werewolves!
something crazier than a pterodactyl. Like, I don't know, man. You and
It could
Todd agree
even be
you've had enough of the werewolves.
Let's keep going down.
Yeah. This pterodactyl is figuring out how to stay alive for centuries. Maybe it'll know how to keep us alive for the rest of the night.
Good thinking.
You reply. Then to the pterodactyl, you order.
Mr. Pterodactyl, down please.
Okay. With a giant flapping of his bony wings, the prehistoric creature points its head downwards. You and Todd hold onto the loose flaps of skin on the neck. Down, down, down the pterodactyl flies. Without warning, the downward flight takes a turn to the left. You shine the flashlight straight ahead and spot a ledge. Todd sees it too.
Look,
He shouts, pointing to the ledge.
we're gonna land over there.
Turn to page 98. The pterodactyl nosedives down the ledge with a great swooping motion. You and Todd are sure you're going to be thrown over the creature's head, but the pterodactyl evens out its flight and glides it into a smooth landing. The two of you tumble off its back and onto the rocky ground.
Thank...
You start to say, but before you can get a whole word out, the pterodactyl puts its finger on your lips. No. Its wings are flapping again. The pterodactyl is headed back into the darkness of the pit. You and Todd are left alone on the narrow ledge. Behind you, there's a door. It slides open.
Going down?
A man dressed in an elevator's operating uniform asks.
Do we have a choice?
Todd asks.
Always.
The man says mysteriously. What does that? Page 117. You peer over the ledge and see a greater nothing than you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You gaze up, darkness. You glance down again, darkness. Okay. Either way, it looks the same to you and totally frightening.
I guess we'd better get in the elevator.
You announce. You push Todd forward into the waiting car. The door closes behind you and Todd, and a whirring sound begins, but you don't feel any motion. The closet-sized space is illuminated by a dim red light. The light seems to be blinking on and off and on and off and on and off and on and off, and then you figure it out. The red light is on when the elevator operator's eyes are open and off when they're closed. When they're open, off when they're closed. His eyes are the blinking red lights. In the red glow, you notice the man's teeth are growing longer and sharper. Todd elbows you sharply and cries.
He's one of them!
Go to page 11.
So yeah, we did go downstairs. There could be anything in the mystery box, even werewolves.
A different werewolf is a different werewolf. Maybe up there was different pterodactyl. Who knows? A hideous laugh erupts from the man's fanged mouth, whose eyes flash a brighter red, spotlighting a face covered with coarse werewolf hair. As if you didn't know what this was at this point. Clawed, hairy hands reach for your neck as the man growls.
Yes, I'm one of them. And soon you'll be one of them too.
He opens his fanged mouth to bite you with his teeth. Suddenly, you spot two buttons by the elevator door. One reads stop and the other reads go. You stretch your index finger and press one. Press stop or go.
I want this to stop.
All right.
This
Okay,
is the
stop.
button for the werewolf-operated bite ride, right?
Hey, maybe. Let's hit stop.
Excellent.
Stop. Congratulations. You've chosen to stop this story just when you were about to be turned into one of them. But what are they? Elevator operators in the bottomless pit elevator. Wait. But what are they? Elevator operators in the bottomless pit elevator. If you had not stopped the story at this point. Wait, was that? What?
You aren't being... you were about to be turned into one of them. But what are they? Elevator operators.
Oh.
The bottomless pit elevator. We're not going to turn into a werewolf. He's actually... he hasn't got lycanthropy. He's got some sort of elevator operator therapy.
Yeah.
He'll bite us and then
he's-
we'll stay here and operate the elevator from now on.
Yes, he's just got a red eye, like red contacts.
Mhm.
if
And
you
werewolf
had
fur.
And werewolf. Wait, yeah. He had werewolf
Unrelated.
fur. Excuse
Unrelated.
me.
Yeah, that's
Unrelated-
coincidental.
Unrelated werewolf claws for everything. If you not stopped the story at this point, you would have had nowhere to go but down. There's only one thing worse than a bad ending, and that's no ending. So consider your choice wise because it brings you to what is officially known here as the end. I mean, okay.
I can't believe the stop was not for the elevator. It wasn't for the werewolf we were facing. It was for the book.
Story. Press the book stop button, Rhaps. I would like this to go on page 29.
29, thank you.
All right, go. Well, that sure took a lot of courage on your part. Nobody ever pushes go when a clawed, hairy hand is reaching over to grab his or her neck. But guess what? You pushed go. And now you and Todd are both going to have the ride of your life on the bottomless pit elevator. But wait, the elevator door shaft slides open. The elevator is stuck. You have a second chance. Do something fast.
1, 2, 3, jump!
You cry as you pull Todd out the door, holding on to each other, and you and Todd begin to fall down deeper into the pit. You pick up speed. Your ears start to pop as your body plunges faster and faster. Except for Todd, who has terminated velocity, your body flips upside down. Everything is spinning, and then a sharp ringing sound pierces your ears. Turn to page 52. The ringing, so loud, so horrible. The sound shatters the darkness. You have to stop the noise some way anyway, but you can't stand any longer. You reach your arm out into the blackness and you shut off your alarm clock. You slowly open your eyes. You look around. Where's Todd? Then you realize you're at home in your bed, clutching your pillow for dear life. Your mother pushes open the bedroom door and pokes her head in.
Rise and shine. Today's the day we go to Woods World. Really?
You ask? You need to make sure it truly was all a dream. The red tin box, the pit, the werewolves.
What time are we meeting Mr. and Mrs. Morris and Todd there?
You ask.
What are you talking about?
Your mom says.
The Morrises aren't coming with us. It's a family vacation. You, me, and Dad, just like always.
You smile and lean back on your pillow. This may turn out to be a fantastic summer in the end. I mean...
This is there might be another good ending theoretically, but I think this is the good ending that we get if we choose to enter the cave.
Yes, I think this is the good ending for going down into the unknown. Wait, did we go up to the werewolves?
We didn't go up to the werewolves, but I do suspect that might be a quick end. It's possible that isn't. Fair.
You want to give it a shot? Or
Let's give it a go. Do you know what page that is on?
116.
116.
But I mean, hey, good ending, another good ending under the belt. We had the Todd dies ending, and then we got that ending. We got 2 good endings under the belt for sure. Maybe even more.
Go up.
All right. You command.
I think I'm going to.
Todd says in a queasy voice.
I said go up, not throw up.
You yell. The pterodactyl instantly points its head upward and flaps its wings hard up. Are you okay?
Yep, all good.
Up, up, up your eyes. You soar through the darkness at speeds you've never thought possible.
Wow, this thing really moves.
He's right. In fact, as you look up, you realize the pterodactyl has moved so fast you're almost at the mouth of the bottomless pit. And you're also almost at the mouth of the pack of very hungry werewolves. Their fang-filled mouths are watering. Fly on to page 15. You hear the werewolves howl in the not-too-distant distance.
Oh, 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 oh.
Todd moans as the pterodactyl flies up and out of the pit. The flying reptile tips sideways. It drops you and Todd on the ground right by the werewolves. You land right in front of the werewolves' feet. The wolves are pacing and circling. Some are on all 4 legs. Some are standing upright on 2 hind legs. Their growls and howls bounce off the walls, one of them even on 1 leg of the walls of the cave, and hit your ears like a pair of cymbals clashing. Ooh, what an odor those wolves give off. You've never smelled anything so bad in your life. You smell Todd. A hand on your shoulder causes you to spin around. You're face to face with, and you can't really believe this, go on to page 20.
Tarzan!
These the guys you want me beat up? You say something bad? These the guys you have favor? Oh my god. 20. You rub your eyes to make sure you're not seeing things that aren't really there, but you're not. What you think you see is really there. And what a shock. All 3 Murphy brothers right here inside the cave.
I love that we are shocked by the appearance of the Murphy brothers in this cave. Like, oh my god, rub our eyes. There's the Murphy brothers. There are werewolves here.
We're on a pterodactyl.
That's true. I forgot we just rode a pterodactyl out of a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Well, that explains the smell in here.
You whisper to Todd.
It isn't the werewolves. It's the Murphys who smell.
Got him. You see the Murphys, but they don't see you. They're too busy defending themselves from the werewolves. They're not the werewolves. Okay. Jess is holding a rock and is ready to heave it if one of the werewolves come too close. Suddenly, one of the wolves leaps forward. It pushes all 3 of the Murphy brothers into the center of a pack of wolves. You've never seen the Murphys look so scared. They don't look like bullies now. They look like regular kids. Regular terrified kids, that is. Nerds, even. For a second, you think, well, it serves them right. They're the ones who got us into this mess. But in the second thought, you kind of feel sorry for them. And letting people be murdered is bad. Decisions. What will you do? Try to help the Murphys or let the werewolves have them? I think that,
I guess we should help them out, alright?
Probably.
All right, let's help them out.
Of course, let's help them out. What could go wrong? Of course, you're too nice to throw anyone to the wolves, even the Murphys. But while you gave the idea a moment of serious thought, something strange happens. Instead of clawing, biting, and tearing at the bodies of the 3 Murphy bullies, the wolves hug them. They even kiss them. They pat them on the back, give them big fanged smiles to all 3 brothers. The werewolves are treating the Murphys like family,
Look at that.
you say to Todd.
The Murphys are so mean because it runs in the family. The werewolf family. That explains why the Murphys smell like a pack of dirty, hairy, scary werewolves. A simple case of woofatosis.
Todd laughs at your joke. But there's nothing funny about having werewolves' hot, bad breath blowing right in your face. You better start running, or for you and Todd, it's sure to be the end. You know, I might be fine with throwing him to the wolves.
Yeah, I guess we must. What is the throwing to the rules page?
87. 87 to woof.
Sorry, Sharky.
You say.
You didn't have to help us.
Sharky calls out when he spots you and Todd.
We didn't mean any harm.
Now the werewolves see you, and you have to think fast.
Just to clarify, he said you have to help us. Oops. Tell me where the box is. I'll save all of you.
You shout above. Wow, cold-hearted.
Yeah.
You shout above the growls and snarls. Now that your life is in the balance, I wish one gift from thee.
I will also like your lunch money for
me.
3 weeks.
Well, I'll tell your mama that you took my books.
The werewolves have it.
Blah, 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 blah. Buck Murphy cries out.
That's why we came in here.
Yeah, we were just trying to get it back for your friend, or whatever he is.
Jess explains. You watch in horror as the werewolves lick their chops. Rows of sharpened fangs glisten and glow in the werewolves' red eyes. They are ready for the Murphy feast.
Please.
Sharky begs.
Help us, please.
I mean, if they are not werewolves in this reality, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, we'll see.
they are play acting, I guess.
Then you see the thing that started this trouble. The red tin box. Buck was telling the truth. The werewolves do have the box.
Todd, look.
You cry out. You point at the box resting at the feet of the fiercest werewolf.
My pewter collection.
Todd exclaims when he sees the box. He forgets for a moment that the danger is only inches away. The werewolves' tongues hang out between pointed, oversized teeth. The smell of their hot breath makes you feel sick. The pterodactyl from the bottomless pit swoops past you, in case you forgot he was there. The flapping of its wings sends dust and dirt flying up from the ground. The werewolves tuck their faces under their fur-covered arms, trying to keep the clouds of dirt out of the red eyes. While the werewolves' heads are buried in their arms, you and Todd crawl between their hairy legs. You grab the red tin box and you sprint to a corner out of the wolves' immediate sight.
Got it.
You cry, clutching the box to your chest. Turn to page 124. You throw open the red tin box and look at the pewter figure collection for the first time.
Awesome.
You cry when you see the treasure. Inside the box are the most finely crafted, beautifully jeweled pewter figurines you've ever seen.
Yeah.
You say to Todd.
It was definitely worth the trouble.
Each figure is in its own velvet-lined compartment. You can't resist taking out the pewter dragon with the emerald eyes.
Incredible.
You whisper. You turn the figure around your hand and study the details. You return the dragon to its compartment. One by one, you take out each figure and study it. Right now, there's a prince waving a crystal-bladed sword in the air, a ruby-studded castle, a diamond-eyed skeleton in a hooded cloak, and magic sorceress holding a fiery crystal sun high above her head. That is far too descriptive, and I think they're setting us up for a future Goosebump trivia question.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there must be.
I
way,
will be ready
above
for
her
it.
head. Yes.
They're all safe.
Todd exclaims with relief. He puts them back and closes the box.
But we're not.
Turn to 121 to see why. The werewolves have all lowered their arms and turned at once. They're licking their bloodthirsty lips. Their eyes glow like flaming torches. One of the hairy beasts grabs Todd and breathes hot, stinking wolf breath on his face.
No, please.
Cries Todd. You can see tears gush from his wide eyes.
You can have the collection.
No. After all this, no.
Absolutely
you died,
not.
Todd.
I
died
will
multiple times, Todd.
We will show the collection at your wake.
Yes. Collection over you at this point,
Mhm.
Todd. And it's easy. He tries to bargain. The werewolf snarls and bares his pointed fangs. Its mouth opens wide enough to take Todd's whole head in one bite. You howl, try to draw the werewolf's attention away from Todd. It works. In fact, the whole pack of werewolves turns away from the Murphys and Todd. All the werewolf eyes are on you. But you're ready. What? You're ready for them. In one swift motion, you open the box and hold up the pewter sorceress. Their red eyes reflect off the crystal sun in the sorceress's hands. A blinding light is thrown back into the werewolf's eyes. The wolves step back. They try to escape the reflecting light rays. Can they? Go to page 105.
That's like the worst
What?
point-and-click adventure puzzle solution I've ever seen.
Absolutely. I love it. It's no use. The werewolves cannot fight the sorceress's crystal light. One by one, with a as empty and hopeless as the bottomless pit itself. Each werewolf loses its balance. They all fall backwards into the endless nothing that is the pit. Falling, falling, falling forever. Their howls rise to the open mouth of the pit, filling the cave and the deep, dark woods surrounding Woods World. I'm glad we haven't had to say that too much. The Murphys throw themselves at you with a heartfelt thanks for saving their lives. What?
We'll
They're
always
not-
remember you for this.
Sharky says.
You too. No, I mean, hey, what is your name anyway? This is my good friend Todd Morris.
This is my lover, Todd Morris. We
This
have
is my
gone through so
betrothed,
much.
Todd Morris.
We got married. We got married in the pit. The pterodactyl officiated. You say. You put the arm around Todd's shoulder. You and Todd take the red tin box and lead the way out of the cave. Nothing can frighten you or Todd now. Not the Murphys, not werewolves, not anything. You've faced every possible fear. Literally all of them. Every single one. And conquered them all together. And that is what makes your love so strong.
And
For you
then
both.
Todd dies of leukemia. The end.
Oh, and wait. Oh no. For both of you,
It's
this
a
should
good
be
ending.
a very happy end. Good
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
There we
Okay,
go.
Todd doesn't die of leukemia. We're friends with Todd now.
He dies of old age. Old age when we push him into the pit. when we don't catch him. Yeah.
Yeah, falls forever and
there we
then dies there. Well
And
done.
dies there. Yeah.
We survived
it.
the
Oh, well done.
werewolf woods.
Well, very done. Man, yeah, I like that one too. I don't know. Maybe these books are just getting better.
I think they are.
I don't know.
I definitely think
they
they
might
are.
be.
I'm very
that
excited
and
to see
we're
how
getting
they
better.
are in like another 10 or 20 after this kind of rate of increase.
Yeah. Or maybe even if they're all roughly as good as these last two, I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm in. I like them.
Hey,
And
thing I
I'm-
wanted to quickly mention as well, landing
Oh.
page for the podcast.
Oh,
wholesomeverse.tv/turn to page. That's wholesomeverse.tv/turn to page. We're a landing page for the podcast so that you can find it on all of the apps that you might have wanted to listen to it on. Or if it's not on an app that you particularly use, send an email to turn2pagecast@gmail.com.
Yes. And
You may also put any
Well,
questions, comments, support, whatever you want to do. You can do that
Yeah.
there and on those websites that you do end up watching the podcast, your Apple, your Stitcher, etc. Do go ahead and give us a little bit of a rating. It really helps us out to be discoverable on those podcast sites.
Absolutely. And a huge thank you to all the people who already did it. And a thank you again or not again, for the first time I didn't even mention, for the people who followed on Twitter as well. We're also there, where I will try and put notifications for when things go live. If you maybe aren't the type to know about notifications in a podcast app, that kind of a thing. I know sometimes I just need to get notified somewhere else.
Mhm.
So I will try and do that there for you. And I believe that is Turn to Page Cast on Twitter as well. So tried to have it the same everywhere.
Mhm.
My goodness, I liked this, and I'm so excited for next week's. It's finally time. This is the one where I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, now we have to do this.
What do we have coming up next week?
Because next week is Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter.
Mm.
It looks like a change of pace, and I'm fine with it. I'm in.
I mean,
in that one.
If the werewolves can
like-
turn out to be kids in this story, what if the purple peanut butter turns out to be an alien? Like, it's just the complete opposite.
True. I mean, it goes so many weird angles. I think that the thing about that one is it's gonna pivot, and it's gonna be like, this is just a normal story about general fears of going to high school for the first time. You know,
So it'll be the scariest so far.
Exactly. But alas, I think that is that. I think that's going to do it here for today, for podcast, for Turn to Page. Yeah, if you enjoyed, remember, review, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate anybody who has been listening. It's been a very fun project. It's one of my favorite things I've worked on in forever. So I'm happy to keep doing it, and I'd be happy to keep doing it. So
Resoundingly the same here as well. I'm always really, really happy to get to do voice stuff, and this is just the perfect opportunity for it.
It's so good. It's just like a really good collection of everything I like to do, and seems like a good collection of everything you like to do as well. And also,
true.
we happen to be recording it. Neat.
Love when
so
things
hey.
can fulfill all three.
Yeah. So there's that. You know, share it with a friend if you feel like it. If you think there's somebody who would get a kick out of it, send them that way. I think that's a way that podcasts usually get a lot of their their spread notoriety early on, is just share it with a friend you think might like it, and that'd be great. But hey, thank you for listening here today, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Adios.